Hey there, welcome to day 7 of my 90-day n8n challenge. First, a quick recap from yesterday. We did it. We put all the pieces together: workflows, nodes, JSON, expressions, and credentials to build our very first real working automation. We built a bot that sends a custom email. That was a huge win. So today, we're going to catch our breath. We're not learning any new concepts. Instead, we're doing a quick recap of this entire first week. We're gonna connect all the dots and see how all 6 concepts we learned fit together. This is the video that will make it all click. So after this, we are 100% ready to move on to the really powerful stuff in week 2. Okay, so I just built a mind map of everything we've learned. This is our cute bot. All right. And what is a bot? Bot is just a collection of parts, right? How does it think? What's its brain? So now I'm going to go and see what its brain consists of. All right, we're going to start with the number 1 here, workflow. Okay, this is the big one. And we learned on day 2 that the workflow is the entire recipe. All right, it's the bot's entire brain. It's the get email brain, or the post to Facebook or post to LinkedIn brain. All right, it holds the entire plan. Perfect. But a plan is made of steps. Okay, so we have number 2 here, the node, a single step. If the workflow is the whole brain, a node is a single thought, a single step. It's one step in the recipe. All right, like step 1, pick up the egg, or step 2, crack the egg, and then step 3, etc. You get the idea, right? It's our digital Lego brick. Okay, now we learned on day 3 that there are 2 types of thoughts. All right, so I'll split this into 2. We have the trigger and we have the action. Let's talk about the trigger. Okay, this is our first thought. It's the starter. Okay, it's the bot's alarm clock that wakes it up. Okay, or the doorbell that tells it someone is here. So it's the only thing that can start the brain. Okay. The second type is the action. Okay. This is the worker thought. It's the bot's arm that does the work, like send the email or save the file. You can have tons of these after the trigger. Okay. So the bot is awake after the trigger, and then it's doing some action. All right, but how do its thoughts connect? What language does it think in? So here's what happens. Here's where JSON comes into the picture. And JSON, as we learned earlier, is just like a contact card. Okay, it's the language of the bot's brain. It's how it passes information as a key, the label, like for example name, and value, the data, like Professor McSnuggles, for example. So, and finally, how does one thought get that piece of information from another? That's where expressions come in. Okay, this is the magic link we learned on day 5, the expression. This is the bot's arms reaching for a piece of data. It's the magic address, for example, JSON.name, that says, go get me the value from the name key. And that's it. This whole thing, this whole box, from workflow to node, to triggers, to action, to JSON, to expression, that is the entire mental model of our bot. Now let's go find these 6 things in our real workflow. All right, here's our beautiful email bot from yesterday. Let's find all the 6 parts from our mind map. First, this entire screen, this whole recipe, this is our workflow. Okay, this is the email bot's entire brain. Next, these three boxes, these are nodes. Okay, each one is a single step or thought in the plan. Now, this is our first node, the start node or the trigger node. For this workflow, we are the trigger when we click execute workflow. This is what starts the whole process, which means these other two, create email and send a message, these are our actions. These are the workers. This one's job is to set the data, all right, and this one's job is to send the email. Okay, now let's look at the language. I'm going to run this workflow again. And done. I'll click on the create email node and open the configuration. And here is the output in JSON. All right, see our contact card. There's a key, the subject, and a value. Hello from n8n bot. This is the language the data is in. And finally, how did the next node use this? Now I'll click the Gmail node. All right. And right here, this is our expression. Here. This is the magic link. This is the Gmail node reaching back to the set node and pulling the value from the subject key. And that's it. Workflow, node, trigger, action, JSON, and expression. You now understand the 6 core concepts of all automation. You are 100% ready for week 2. And that is a wrap on week 1. We did it. We went from what is this thing on day 1 to building a real working email bot on day 6. You should be incredibly proud. You now have the complete foundation, and you're gonna need it. Because starting tomorrow for day 8, the real fun begins. We're done with simple internal examples. We are connecting n8n to the outside world. We are going to learn how to read and write data from the most popular database on the planet, Google Sheets. This is where the real power starts. You absolutely cannot miss this one. Thank you so much for following along with me this week. I'll see you tomorrow for day 8.